welcome. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Dak off the play fake. It is caught left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go! Let's take!
First down, here's Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yeah, there we go! Let's take!
Vaughn running dead ahead. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Yeah! There we go! Let's take!
Dak now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that makes it 4th down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. So no return on that punt. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco! Go!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got 2nd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go! Go, Reed! Go!
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Play clock nearing 0, and Coach Todd Bowles has to signal for a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. Check smash.
They kick the running back in motion.
Ready.
Richardson on third. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go. 47.
From the 23. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown, Dallas. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Bronco switch. Stephanie.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Hardy on the return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Richardson now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, Richardson. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts reach pay dirt for the first time this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returnable from the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right take.
Coming left is Vaughn. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Up the middle, Vaughn. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Blitz coming, Dak. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
From the gun is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Yeah, here we go! Right there!
3rd and long, Prescott. Setting up the screen. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Hardy on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
right, here we go. Second down. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. They'll run. This is Vaughn. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Once again, it's Vaughn. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back now, pressure on its way. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And he sends this one straight up. He's trying to stick him deep. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, Richardson. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Cowboys are gonna have it! And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! 26!
This is Vaughn. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Yeah, here we go! Right take! 26!
Here's Dak. He's on the move, and he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming here from the 12. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go!
Here's Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and short.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Here's a quick throw to the left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Come on, set! Mustang 19!
They'll throw again. Richardson searches from the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Ready? Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Got it. Ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Brought in right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Here we go. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Colts. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Get it. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready?
First down throw here from Richardson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe 2 more snaps.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Yeah. 26.
A run with Vaughn. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Starting at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Go. And up.
Play action with Richardson. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Richardson on third. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Vaughn. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Dak out of the pistol. Catch made by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll go left side with Vaughn. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Ball at the 33 for first down.
18, Pioneer.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He beams one deep right up, and they pick him off again. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Pocket isn't stop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he is on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Yeah, here we go.
Trying the right side with Vaughn. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. Right take.
It's Vaughn again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go. Right take.
From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Yeah, here we go. Right
The give now to Vaughn. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Hardy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Ready.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! 26!
Working from the pistol, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Vaughn on the carry. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah! There you go! 26!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
3rd and goal, Prescott. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This is taken in at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give left side to Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready.
Running right, this is Taylor. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready,
Richardson now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Big man's showing up the yards. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts lower the deficit they face. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2. They give it to the back of the zone read. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down quickly right inside his own 10.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Vaughn running dead ahead. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Yeah, there we go. I think. 26.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. A give right side to Vaughn. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set up. Come 19. Come 19. Check go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
37-yard line.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Look, this time they're going to get there, and they drop him.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Let's go now.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come on, guys. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And they pick him off again! And the Cowboys capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Up the middle, Vaughn. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Right take.
Dak now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go. 26.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Cowboys nearing their first win of the season. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. That's Lamb running a slant. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak throwing again. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st down throw here from Richardson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Here's Richardson. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Once again, Colts lining up and attempting to. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This finds Cooks, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They've got first down from the 31.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Wait, take.
Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Kill, kill. Wait, take.
From the red zone now. He's got it near the 8. And this is down all the way to the 3. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Wait, take.
Another throw for Prescott. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wait, take.
From the gun is Prescott. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. All right, one more snap to play here.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, here we go. Hurt, hurt. Hurt.
One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Indy.